Hello, this video is going to be about how people who believe they're good are more evil than people who accept that people are evil in general. So reading this book, it mentions Rousseau's contract and the general will. And his reasoning is that only people who are naturally good can espouse and contain and utilize the general will. So therefore, only those people should be in power, whether that be only one person who has it or 50 people who has it. People who don't have it are evil and corrupt and lack virtue in his system. And that led to the Robespierre reign of terror, where they chopped up priests and did all the stuff, the evil stuff that happened in the Spanish Revolution as well. So basically, it can be explained why they're more evil using empathy, intellectual empathy. So that's being able to understand someone else's position intellectually, doesn't mean emotionally. So if you believe you're good, right, and you believe other people are good, therefore their actions are by their very nature good and virtuous, then you cannot understand how other people you believe lack goodness and virtue, you can't understand how they are evil, because they're completely rotten to the core. So that means you can't put yourself in their position. So by logic, if human emotions are programmable logically, which they probably are to a certain degree, because if you adopt certain ideologies, your outlook changes and your behavior can change, then that logical ideological statement or belief in your mind will start blocking empathy. By believing you're good, you're going to be less empathetic. And I know empathy is not really a good thing all the time. It can be evil, as we see today. But the complete lack of it is going to lead to things like the Reign of Terror. Whereas if you believe in things like original sin, or Calvinist doctrines like human depravity, or you just think people are born corrupt, then you can see yourself, like, obviously if you think everyone has a certain level of corruption, then you can see how you might be in that position. You might be corrupt because you're corrupt as well. But that doesn't mean that it gives you carte blanche to empathize with all types of crime, obviously, because you would accept certain principles that you would apply to yourself, and say that you and everyone else deserves this is what brings in the law and principles. But it still can promote a certain level of allowance for empathy, intellectual empathy, with people in general, even your enemies. And that's probably why in like real Christianity, there's parts of it are very passive, like empathizing with your enemy, turn the other cheek kind of stuff. And you don't see that in things like communism, which are very Machiavellian. The ends justify the means. Robespierre's Reign of Terror, the Rousseau's social contract. It's because it boils down to a very metaphysical or ontological understanding of human nature and anthropology, which centers itself on believing you're good in the first place. This is why belief in human goodness is evil. And that's the end of the video. I could go on for another 20 minutes, but people are probably going to stop listening. There's another mechanism I could go on about, but that's it. Yeah.